And back to Australia means we're back to winter time. When I was in Europe it was summertime, and it was actually very, very hot in places like Greece. Had to make sure you had your water bottle. Here you might see I've got hiking boots on, long pants, thick coat, and kind of rugged up. But gee, it's nice to be back in the bush again.
RTK initialization lost.
So I've just sort of walked around a bit of a hill, and I'm heading downhill now. I can just see some ribbon here in a tree, which is a positive sign. Hopefully there's a peg here, 11 metres away, and I can see a timber peg. I wonder how accurate this survey peg is. Well, we've got a stake here to start with. Just a stake so far, no mark yet. Give a scratch around with my boot. What have we got here? Oh, yep, there's a peg here. If you can just see where my fingers are. Got a peg here with a clout, a bit of pink ribbon. So that's good. Always good thing to find. Let's see how accurate it is.
RTK initialization lost. RTK initialize. RTK initialization lost. RTK initialization lost. RTK initialize. RTK initialization lost.
And you can see the GPS is sort of saying RTK initialization lost, meaning that the signal is temporarily lost. But if you look underneath all this canopy, it's quite thick. However, it's saying that it's not too bad. I'll just let it settle here for a little while. See what we get. So the peg is pretty good in regards to position, so I'm just recording it now, and normally I would use tilt compensation on my Leica GS18, which allows you to hold the pole at any crazy angle and take the reading and make the reading quite quickly. But considering that it took a little while to get an accurate fix position underneath the canopy, I've decided to turn the tilt off, and you can see that I'm just holding the pole quite carefully, making sure that the bubble is correct and the pole is vertical. And by doing that, I find that just after a while, and it's just said point stored, so I'm done now, but I find that holding it here for a period of time, it tends to, the accuracy tends to improve after, maybe a minute or two, holding it in this mode rather than in the tilt compensation mode. So if you are using a Leica GS18 receiver and you're wondering why it won't go fixed under the canopy, maybe get yourself a bipod, or just hold it still and turn the tilt off and just record it like I've just done now, holding it nice and vertical and steady, and just be patient, and you'll find that the GPS will go fixed much faster and more. It's more reliable, I think. But if you happen to be out in the open paddock where there aren't any trees, well then have it on the tilt and you'll get through the survey quite quickly. So as you can see, I've just measured that peg, and that's really good. I'm excited about that, and now I'm going to go look for a few extra pegs. Next one here is about 30 or 40 metres away. I'm just going to turn it in now. So I've just had a bit of a look on a rock here There was supposed to be a mark here that the previous surveyor placed, but I haven't been able to find it. See if we can find something up here, about 21 metres. If you've got to the video so far, just make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And make sure you share that. Share the video if you like, or ask me a question about surveying. If you happen to have kids that are in their final years of high school, or you happen to be someone who is considering a career change, well, highly recommend getting into surveying. I mean, look at this. Wandering around the bush, and it's really cruisy sort of work. It's, yeah, as I was saying, there's a bit of mathematics and a bit of investigation of old survey plans, and you do a lot of calculations and you have a lot of fun out in the bush, but then also you get back to the office and you have to draw plans. And so at the moment what I'm doing is just retracing a boundary that was marked by someone else, and I have to remeasure the mark so that the survey work that I've done upon the property, I can tie that survey work into the property boundaries. So I've been told there's another mark somewhere here. Going up the hill. Oh, I can see something here. See where the surveyor's placed some yellow paint. Let's have a look. There's a drill hole in the rock. Drill hole in rock. See how that works. And that's excellent. So you can hear the sound of the GPS receiver. It's going a little bit crazy. And says I'm 20 millimetres by 40 millimetres away, which is pretty good. I'd expect that sort of accuracy because I haven't actually fine-tuned my measurements, but at the moment I'm just looking for these survey marks, so that's great. I'm going to make a measurement right now. Okay, further up the hill we go. So as I was saying before, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll just look at this tree here. Let's look on the other side. Sometimes you'll find trees that have been blazed. I thought maybe that may have been the case here, but generally if there's a large tree like this sitting close to the boundary line, survey practice regulations state that you must get an axe and cut a blaze here in the tree. I thought maybe that might have been the case on that tree, but I don't think so. But, yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel, and again, if you have any children or yourself that's looking for a career change in surveying, we have a huge shortage of surveyors in Australia, and we'd love to see more young people take it up. And if you're interested, you can contact me through the channel and I'd be happy to discuss it further. There are pathways through TAFE, starting off as a surveyor's assistant and working your way through to a diploma, and that will enable you to work with a survey firm and come out in places like this and enjoy it. If you'd like to take more of a lead role, well then you'll be required to complete a diploma or definitely complete a university degree, and then survey firms will let you loose out in the field and undertake surveys. And then in order to undertake boundary surveys like I'm doing, you've got to be a registered surveyor for the Board of Surveyors in your state, territory. So that involves a university degree and about 5 years of extra study on top. So there are lots of different pathways. Check it out if you're interested. Okay. There's a this is an older peg here that I've just discovered. You can see here by the size of the peg, a rural peg, about 70 millimetres square. It's on a bit of a lean. So in an instance like that, I'll take a reading at the base of the peg, base in the centre of the peg. Let's see what we've got here. Again, you can hear the GPS stating that we're pretty much right on the point, so I'll make a reading. So here's a dirt track. I'm sort of at the end of the boundary line, and I'm sort of about a good 10 plus maybe 12 metres that way is another fence. This is just a narrow road here, and it's quite worn. You can see a few people have driven down here, and it's quite gnarly down there. The actual corner's right here, right on the edge of this track, which is interesting. You wouldn't find a peg so close to a track. It's almost as if this track has evolved as a just sort of a path that was easy to traverse, and avoiding all these trees and poles and various things like that. And so the track has actually moved closer. So I'll give this peg a read. Again, see the peg, stake, bit of ribbon. That's my corner. See here, someone's possibly trying to improve this road. I'd say that's what's happening here. Someone's come in here with a bit of an excavator to try and fix it. As you can see, it's never boring walking around these jobs. You get stuck in an office. See what peg we can find next, what mark. Okay, so I'm at the start of a little watercourse here, and you can see, if I lean out just enough, you can see a pipe and a head wall here. And one thing I need to do is to get the height of the invert of that pipe. Well, it's quite awkward, especially if you've got to make a vertical pole. And I guess that's one of the brilliant things about this Leica GS18 is the fact that you can just lean it out without falling off the edge here. You can lean it out, put it in the pipe at a weird angle like so, and take the reading. So that's one of the benefits of this tilt technology for GPS, and now with a Leica AP20 autopole. You can see it's kind of quite awkward. Quite awkward. But the point has been stored, and it's just a quiet little watercourse here. Mapping it for the purpose of the client wanted to know where this watercourse is in relation to their house, and it all will assist with some bushfire calculations. Okay, and the final part of my survey here is to read to a permanent survey mark. You can see here, I'm going to lean down, open this lid, which is good. If you're going to poke your fingers in these survey marks, grab yourself a stick. A bit hard to do holding my GPS one hand, and scratch around, because you don't want to be bitten by a spider. The survey mark inside this hole is a pin, and I'll show you that in a sec. It's sometimes quite deep, it could be up to 100 millimetres deep from the lid. I'll just clean it up with my finger there. It's a steel pin with a point. There we have it, right there. And this is PM 73818 in Dural. So I'll give that a reading now, and that will complete today's survey. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you getting this far. Appreciate your support of the channel. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. Please share the videos, and we're slowly getting there. 525 subscribers on YouTube and a bit over 2,000 on TikTok as I make this video. So thank you so much, and stay tuned for the next surveying video from the Global Surveyor. See you later.